Have you ever found yourself wondering what someone truly feels about you? Not the text messages, not the social media likes, not even the words they say when you're together, but the quiet, unspoken truth that hums beneath the surface. It's a universal human ache, isn't it? This desire to be seen, to be cherished, to know that in someone else's internal universe, you are not just a passing star, but a fixed and shining constellation. We look for grand declarations, for dramatic proof. But the heart, in its most sincere moments, often speaks in a whisper. Psychology tells us that the most profound emotional attachments are built not in the loud performative moments, but in the silent, almost invisible spaces in between. It's in the micro-expressions, the subconscious habits, the nearly imperceptible shifts in behavior that someone reveals you have become essential. So let's quiet the noise. Let's lean in and listen to that silence. Because today, we're exploring the 9 silent signs, backed by psychology and the subtle poetry of human connection, that you have, without even trying, stolen someone's heart. Sign 1. The conversation archipelago. The first sign is what I like to call the conversation archipelago. Think about a conversation with an acquaintance. It's linear. It has a start, a middle, and an end. You talk about the weather, work, the news. It's a single, solid landmass. But with someone who is captivated by you, conversation becomes an archipelago, a chain of islands scattered across the ocean of their day, each one connected beneath the surface. It starts on a Tuesday morning. They send you a meme that made them think of you. A few hours later, a photo of a weird cloud formation. In the afternoon, a question. What was the name of that book you mentioned? And in the evening, they pick up the thread of a story they started at lunch, as if no time had passed at all. This isn't just being chatty. Psychologically, this is known as maintaining interpersonal connection. When someone we care about is on our mind, we experience what's called intermittent reinforcement. Thinking of you gives them a small, positive jolt of dopamine, so they create these tiny points of contact to re-experience that connection. They are, in essence, weaving you into the very fabric of their daily life. The conversation is never truly over. It's just perpetually paused, waiting for the next excuse to resume. It feels effortless. It feels like a current, a continuous flow. You don't feel like a scheduled appointment in their day. You feel like a living, breathing part of it. When you've stolen someone's heart, you become a constant, pleasant background hum in their consciousness, and these little messages are just the melody breaking through. Sign 2. The micro mirror. The second sign is one you might feel before you even see it. I call it the micro mirror. Watch them when they're with you, in a moment when they think no one is looking. Do they unconsciously cross their legs when you cross yours? Take a sip of their drink a second after you do. Lean in when you lean in. This is more than mimicry. It's a profound biological signal known as the chameleon effect. We are hardwired for this. Our brains contain mirror neurons, specialized cells that fire not only when we perform an action, but when we see someone else perform that same action. It's the foundation of empathy, and when we are deeply attuned to someone, when we feel a bond, these neurons go into overdrive. We subconsciously synchronize with them. It's a silent, physical testament to harmony. Their body is literally trying to match your rhythm, to enter your state of being. It's their physiology saying, I am with you. I am in sync with you. Your movements are my movements. You will never hear them say, I am now going to mirror your posture to show my affection, but their body, in its ancient non-verbal wisdom, is shouting it. This creates a palpable feeling of ease. Being with them feels natural, fluid. There's no friction. It's the feeling of two instruments in the same orchestra, tuned to the same perfect pitch. When someone mirrors you, They are offering you a profound compliment. Your very presence is a rhythm they want to fall into. Sign 3. The emotional echo. The third sign moves from the physical to the emotional. This is the emotional echo. You have a terrible, frustrating day. Everything that could go wrong did. You're feeling drained, defeated. You talk to them about it, and something remarkable happens. They don't just listen politely. They seem to absorb your mood. Their shoulders slump a little. Their smile fades. They genuinely feel your frustration as their own. Conversely, you get incredible, unexpected news, a promotion, a piece of personal luck. You're buzzing with joy. You tell them, and their face doesn't just form a congratulatory smile. It lights up. Their energy lifts to match yours. Their excitement feels as genuine and immediate as your own. This is the pinnacle of empathy, rooted in the concept of affective resonance. Their emotional state resonates with yours, like two tuning forks set to the same frequency. When one vibrates, the other hums in harmony. Psychology tells us this is a cornerstone of secure attachment. It means they are not just hearing your words, they are feeling your experience alongside you. It's the opposite of emotional invalidation. They are not saying, "Oh, don't be sad," or "Calm down, it's not a big deal." They are silently saying, "Your sadness is my sadness. Your joy is my joy. I am in this with you." To have your heart reflected back at you with such fidelity, that is a sure sign that yours is safe in their hands. Sign 4. The pupil dilation. The fourth sign is a tiny, involuntary betrayal of the brain, one that they have absolutely no control over. It's in the pupil dilation. The eyes are not just the windows to the soul. They are a live feed to the autonomic nervous system. When we see something or someone that we find appealing, interesting, or deeply pleasurable, our pupils dilate. They get bigger. This is an unconscious reflex, designed to let in more light so we can see the object of our desire more clearly. It's a physiological response linked to arousal and interest, driven by a rush of norepinephrine and dopamine. You can't fake it. You can't command your pupils to widen on cue. So when you're talking, when you make them laugh, when you're simply sitting in comfortable silence, watch their eyes in a soft light. If their pupils expand, it's their brain's way of saying, "You are a sight worth seeing. You are a source of light and interest to me." It's a silent, powerful compliment. In a world full of distractions, you have captured their focus so completely that their very biology changes to take more of you in. It's the most honest form of, "I can take my eyes off you," because it's spoken not with words, but with the black absorbing centers of their gaze. Sign 5. The social ferreting. The fifth sign is beautifully subtle. I call it social ferreting. This is when they remember the tiny, seemingly insignificant details you've shared about yourself. And I don't mean your birthday or your job title. I mean the throwaway comments. The story you told once 2 months ago about your childhood fear of the vacuum cleaner. The fact that you prefer the crust cut off your toast. The name of your first pet hamster, Mr. Wiggles. And then they bring it up, casually, perfectly. They see a vintage vacuum in a TV show and say, "Oh look, it's your arch nemesis." They make you toast and, without asking, present it to you with the crusts already removed. They see a hamster at a pet store and smile. "He looks like a Mr. Wiggles II." This is more than just a good memory. This is attentive encoding. When we are highly interested in someone, our brain flags all information related to them as important. It's like their mind has a dedicated, highly sensitive filing cabinet just for you. Every anecdote, every preference, every tiny fear and joy is carefully stored away. This act of ferreting away these details and then using them is a profound act of care. It silently communicates, "I listen to you. I see the parts of you that others miss. You are so important to me that even the smallest fragments of your story are treasures I keep. It makes you feel documented, known. In a world that often makes us feel invisible, being known in your minute particulars is one of the most intimate feelings there is. Sign 6. The protective proxemics. The sixth sign is about space and how they inhabit it with you. This is protective proxemics. Proxemics is the study of human space. We all have an invisible bubble around us. When someone has deep feelings for you, the rules of that bubble change. You'll notice they naturally position themselves in a protective yet non-possessive way. Walking on a busy street, they'll subtly shift to be on the curbside. In a crowded room, they'll stand slightly in a way that creates a small, sheltered space for the two of you, a buffer from the chaos. Their body orientation is always angled towards you, even in a group. They create what feels like a private, intimate universe for just the two of you, even in the middle of a party. It's not about being territorial or jealous. It's about creating a zone of safety and priority. This is rooted in our most basic instincts of pair bonding and protection. By creating this shared space, they are non-verbally asserting, "You are my person here. My primary focus is your comfort and safety." It's a silent guardianship. You feel it as a sense of security, of being subtly anchored to them in any environment. You don't feel alone in a crowd because their spatial awareness constantly includes you. Sign 7. The vulnerability voyage. The seventh sign is perhaps the most telling of all. It's the vulnerability voyage. When someone trusts you with their heart, they will, slowly and carefully, begin to trust you with their shadows. This is the opposite of bravado. It's the moment they admit they were wrong, the time they share a story of a past humiliation, the quiet confession of an insecurity they usually keep locked away, the point where they say, "I don't know," and are not afraid of you seeing their uncertainty. This is the absolute bedrock of intimacy, guided by the psychological principle of social penetration theory. Relationships deepen as we share more personal, risky, and core information about ourselves. But this isn't a strategic disclosure. It's a slow, tentative offering of their most tender parts. Every time they share a vulnerability, they are silently asking, "If I show you this imperfect, fragile part of me, will you still look at me the same way?" It is the highest form of compliment and trust. They are handing you a piece of their inner world and trusting you not to drop it. When someone allows you to see their soft underbelly, it is because, in their heart, they have already decided you are a safe harbor. You have stolen their heart precisely because they believe you will know how to hold it. Sign 8. The future forward filter. The eighth sign is a shift in their perception of time. This is the future forward filter. You'll start to notice that their plans, their thoughts about what's to come, naturally include you. And it's not just, "We should do that next week." It's more woven in than that. They'll say, "Oh, when that new movie comes out in the fall, we have to see it." Or, "You'd love this coffee shop in my hometown. I'll take you there when we visit my parents." Or even, "This song will be perfect for our road trip this summer." The key is the casual, assumed inclusion. They are not asking, "Do you want to be in my future?" They are simply speaking from a reality where you already are. This is a cognitive process known as integrative thought. You have become a variable in their long-term planning, a character in the ongoing story they tell themselves about their own life. Their mental image of their future now has you in the frame. This is one of the most powerful silent signs because it transcends the present moment. It's a quiet commitment to a shared timeline. It says, "I don't just see you now, I see you then, and I like the picture." Sign 9. The pride glimmer. And finally, the ninth sign. This one is in their eyes, but it's different from the pupil dilation. It's the pride glimmer. You're telling a story to a group of friends, and you're in your element. Funny, smart, passionate. You catch their eye across the room. They're not just looking at you, they are beaming at you. There's a soft, proud, almost awe-filled look on their face. It's the look a parent gets watching their child in a school play, but purified of any condescension. It's pure, unadulterated admiration. It's the expression that appears when you accomplish something, when you display a talent, or even when you just express a deeply held belief with conviction. They are not just happy for you, they are proud of you. They feel a sense of ownership, not in a possessive way, but in an affiliative way. Your qualities and your achievements reflect well on the universe because you are in it, and by extension, because they are connected to you. Psychology links this to facial feedback and shared identity. Their expression is an external reflection of an internal, empathetic pride. They are so aligned with you that your victories feel like their victories. Your brilliance makes them glow. That glimmer is the silent, radiant signal that they are not just in love with you for them, they are in love with you for you. They are your biggest fan, and in that unguarded moment, their face tells you everything. The symphony of silence. So there they are. 9 silent signs you've stolen someone's heart. The conversation archipelago, the micro-mirror, the emotional echo, the pupil dilation, social ferreting, protective proxemics, the vulnerability voyage, the future forward filter, and the pride glimmer. Individually, each one is a beautiful hint, but together they form a symphony, a quiet, powerful, consistent pattern that speaks louder than any grand gesture or passionate declaration ever could. This is the language of secure, deep, and abiding affection. It's the behavior of someone who isn't just trying to win you, but who has already, willingly, given you a piece of themselves. Look for the pattern, feel for the current, listen to the silence. And if you recognize these signs in someone, know this: you have found something rare. You have found a connection that doesn't need to shout to be heard. It simply is a steady, warm, and enduring presence, a heart that silently and surely belongs to you. Thank you for listening.